We kick things off with Sui and their Hydropower Fellowship and privacy upgrade. Sui targets DFAI and institutional privacy. On January the 26th, the Sui Foundation opened applications for the third round of its Hydropower Fellowship. This is their flagship accelerator program for early stage founders. What makes this round interesting is the focus areas: real-world asset tokenization, prediction markets, gamified trading, incentive design, and DFAI. DFAI, that's the intersection of AI agents and decentralized finance. It's one of the fastest growing narratives in crypto right now. DFAI protocols are currently valued at around $500 million, but projections have that growing 20x by the end of the year. Sui's clearly trying to position itself as the home for this sector, but that's not all. Sui has also detailed a major privacy protocol upgrade coming later this year. The network plans to integrate zero-knowledge proofs at the protocol level, meaning confidential transactions won't require users to opt in. Privacy becomes a default feature. This is designed to attract institutions who need transaction confidentiality for compliance reasons. And a heads up, there's also a token unlock on February the 1st. About 43.5 million Sui will be hitting circulation. That's roughly 1.5% of the total circulating supply. Next up, Aptos is viewing institutional expansion. Here's what happened in January alone. First, BlackRock's Build Fund, the tokenized money market fund, has deployed over $500 million on Aptos. That's one of the largest institutional deployments on any alternative layer 1. Second, the Aptos Foundation reported $1.8 billion in stablecoin supply now live on the network. That's a massive jump in on-chain liquidity and a signal that serious capital is starting to flow in to the Aptos ecosystem. Third, Bitnomial Exchange launched the first US regulated Aptos futures in January as well. This is significant because regulated futures often precede ETF eligibility. We saw this pattern play out with Bitcoin and Ethereum. And fourth, Grayscale added Aptos to its asset under consideration list for future investment products. When Grayscale puts you on that list, institutional allocators start paying attention. So why does all of this matter? Well, Aptos uses the Move programming language, originally developed by Facebook's DM project. It offers sub-50 millisecond block times and parallel transaction execution. That's the kind of infrastructure institutions need for high-value, compliant use cases. The network still has monthly unlocked tokens though, like Sui, and around 11 million Aptos per month, which creates selling pressure, but the institutional pipeline is clearly building, and Aptos is quietly positioning itself as enterprise-grade infrastructure. Sticking with the Aptos ecosystem, let's talk about Echelon. Echelon Market is the largest lending protocol on Aptos. Over $400 million in total value locked. It's been recognised by the Aptos Foundation as the network's core lending layer. On the 2nd of February, Echelon Market is launching its own token, the Elon token. And here's what you need to know. Echelon isn't just another lending protocol. It uses isolated markets, meaning each collateral borrow pair operates independently. If one market has problems, it doesn't spill over to the entire protocol. That's a major security upgrade over previous designs. The protocol supports stablecoins, Bitcoin including SBTC, XBTC, WBTC and ABTC, liquid staking tokens and LP tokens as collateral. Now, the token launch comes with a twist. Echelon have actually partnered with Athena Labs and is allocating 5% of the total Elon supply to SDNA stakers. That's Athena's synthetic dollar stakers getting a direct allocation in Aptos DeFi. This kind of cross-ecosystem partnership is becoming more common in the space. Projects are realizing that token launchers need distribution beyond their native chain. For months, Echelon has been running a points program. So if you've been farming their points, the TGE on 2nd of February is when that converts to tokens. Echelon represents the maturation of the Aptos DeFi ecosystem and institutional grade lending coming on chain. Next, we have MegaEth and their Mainnet launch. Breaking news from yesterday, MegaEth just announced their public Mainnet launch date. the 9th of February. MegaEth is positioning itself as a real-time blockchain for Ethereum. We're talking sub-second finality and up to 100,000 transactions per second. For context, Ethereum Layer 1 does around 15 transactions per second. Even other Layer 2s like Arbitrum and Optimism batch transactions and still have noticeable latency. MegaEth is trying to deliver Web 2 speed with Web 3 security. The project also has some serious backing. Vitalik Buterin invested personally. So did Joe Lubin, Ethereum's other co-founder. Dragonfly led the $20 million seed round, and the token sale massively oversubscribed. In October 2025, MegaEth ran a public sale offering 5% of the 10 billion Mega token supply. They raised over $450 million in just a few days. Over 100,000 users completed KYC. The demand was so intense that most participants got allocation cuts. The architecture is different from typical rollups. MegaEth uses specialized sequencers, parallel execution, and asynchronous processing. Transactions confirm in under 1 second, even during high load. They're also partnering with Athena Labs to launch USDM, a native stablecoin backed by tokenized US treasuries. The goal is to create a self-sustaining economy where yield from stablecoin reserves subsidizes gas fees. Mainnet is the 9th of February, and Mega token trading should follow shortly after. This is one of the most anticipated Layer 2 launches of 2026. And finally, we are focusing on T Protocol and their T token. T Protocol are launching their T token on the 5th of February through Aerodrome on Base. Now, T isn't a typical DeFi protocol either, it's infrastructure for open source software sustainability. So why does this matter, and what problem are they solving? Well, open source software powers almost everything, from operating systems to the applications on your phone. But the developers who maintain this critical infrastructure often do it for free. There's no built-in way for them to capture value for their work. T creates a tokenized system where developers register their products, earn rewards based on their project's impact, and receive staking from supporters who want to back specific open source tools. The protocol uses something called proof of contribution, an algorithm that measures the actual impact and dependencies of software packages to distribute rewards fairly. T raised $17 million from Wisey Labs, that's the rebranded Binance Labs for those that aren't aware, along with Woodstock Fund and Lattice. Their testnet produced over 320 million transactions across 11 million unique accounts. That's made it one of the most active Ethereum Layer 2 testnets ever. Testing wasn't without controversy, however. During testnet, attackers flooded package registries with spam to farm points. The team shut it down and redesigned the system with anti-Sybil measures before mainnet. At TGE, about 20% of supply enters circulation. Tokens will be available through Coinbase Wallet, OKX Wallet, and Binance Wallet from day one. But 10 represents a new category, tokenized infrastructure for the open source economy.